Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Beating COVID 19. And today we're going to talk about a little country down under by the name of New Zealand. Today's portion is about total and extreme lockdowns. Countries that did total or extreme lockdowns, like China, Australia, and New Zealand. I'm going to speak about New Zealand because New Zealand has done what few other countries have done. I think China, having faced the pandemic from the start, did a extreme lockdown. They really went all out, shipped in medical personnel. They went all out, disinfecting the streets, locking neighborhoods, treating people, stopping people on the street, testing. I mean, it was happening in their country, and I can understand if they took an extreme lockdown approach. But I don't think extreme lockdowns would be something that every country would be able to afford, number one. And number two, would be able to pull off like China. China has the resources, the nationwide mobilization capabilities, and the governance to actually pull that off. And congrats to them, they were able to tame COVID-19 to a minimum. However, I want to talk about New Zealand. New Zealand, I'll just give you a few statistics of New Zealand. Prime Minister is Jacinda Ardern. Population is 5,02,100 people. 267,710 square kilometers in size. From other resources, it's like number 22 in the global GDP with an average of 37,749 USD per annum income. It had 1,154 confirmed COVID cases and only 22 deaths. And now, as of I think the beginning of this week, they announced that they have no more new infections, and they have released their lockdown protocols to allow even people to hug and talk and meet and so on. And it's a wonderful story of trying to fighting a battle, coming out on top, and also returning the society back into harmony. So I won't talk much about them because I tried to keep this one short this week. And you realize that New Zealand had a 4 alert system. They had a 4-level alert system, and that 4-level alert system was a good one and a very well thought out way of managing a pandemic. And I think many nations should take examples from them. And the whole story of the pandemic and how it was handled in New Zealand will be put in the descriptions of these videos, both in YouTube and Facebook. And here they are. Step 1 was prepare. Step 2 was reduce. Step 3 was restrict, and step 4 was eliminate. Now, step 1 is sealing the country. They prepare that COVID is out there and out of New Zealand, that is. So they close their borders and try to deal with it internally. Step 2, which was reduce, was that they were expecting that should there be a situation where they have already got local infection, like at homes and such places, they would be moving to isolate and restrict movements and so on, so as to prevent it from becoming community spread. If it reached level 3, then we are expecting that community spread is beginning, but still local infections were there, like home infections, and the community spread can be sorted by tracking and tracing. And if it reached level 4, then community spread is everywhere, and now they have to shut down, lock down, and clamp down the country till they eliminate it. In the beginning of the pandemic, New Zealand was on level 2, and they fought it ardently and successfully, and up to today they went down to level 1, and then they released all lockdown measures, I think at the beginning of this week or the end of last week. And for that, you realize that no pandemic is permanent, number one, and number two, with a concerted effort, a good plan, and people working together, we can beat COVID-19. And as I said, every policy has a winner. Yesterday we talked about Taiwan and their no lockdown policy, and they have managed to beat COVID-19. Today we're talking about another nation which had a total lockdown or even extreme lockdown policy, and they too are able to beat COVID-19. Tomorrow we're going to walk around and deal with the partial and easy lockdowns, and we shall see who the victors are in that policy battle. But right now, congratulations to Taiwan, congratulations to New Zealand, and also the states of New Zealand, Australia, and China, who did the total and extreme lockdowns. They have pulled through where others have failed. And thanks to Taiwan and many other states which are doing a more nuanced, like a no lockdown policy, that they too will come through on top. So no system is unique, but in every system there is a way to make it succeed. I wish you guys a good night. God bless you all, and I look forward to dealing with yet another country and another lockdown procedure in the coverage for tomorrow. Thank you, God bless, and see you in the next one.